So lately, Bloxburg building has gotten crazy. Every time you open TikTok, you are slapped in the face with a new amazing build. Everybody just seems to be so detailed these days. And although my builds are not bad, some of them are a little bit simple. So in today's video, I'm challenging myself to build the ultimate detailed Bloxburg house. Now, as you can see behind me, some of them are still loading in. I have got an array of decals, and this isn't even all of that. Literally everything in this house is going to be custom. It's going to be covered in detail. I am just dilly-dallying now. So with all that said, let's get started. All right, guys. So remember how I just literally said that these are not every single decal? I did actually want to show you guys how to get these decals yourself, because some people probably don't know. Basically, you get this purple, like, graffiti looking painting, and you search on Pinterest, Bloxburg decal code, anything like that. And then, as you can see, there are literally millions. I'm telling you guys, you can literally have anything in this game. And this is the controversial one, custom trees. But now all of that is said and done, it's time to actually start the building itself. And if you've never watched me before, I quite like old English houses. And I'm actually thinking today, guys, I'm gonna do one like this. Now, some people prefer to start their outlining with fences. I ain't one of them, yeah? I jump right in with the walls. And actually,
we don't want to make this too close to the front, okay? Because we're gonna probably add quite a lot of gardening.
Now, what I do definitely recommend is starting with the middle, because otherwise you're gonna get awfully confused. Now, I haven't decided yet if this is gonna be a two-parter or a one-parter. I'm gonna try fit this all into one part, but God help me. I always get my dimensions so wrong in Bloxburg. So in fact, if it's gonna be the most detailed house, we can't be having it too big. So each side, we then are extending it by 7 blocks, I believe. And I might actually take this design for the back. And then I'm gonna leave build mode. That cat. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna puncture holes so that the windows are actually incorporated. Because as you can see, some of them right now are a little bit blocked. Oh, and there we go, guys. This already, I hope you can tell, is already looking a little bit more shapeful than some of my other builds in the past. Now, this is what I'm very scared is for the roofs. I feel like people just use custom roofs. I can't do that, but I'm gonna try my absolute hardest, guys, okay? And honestly, I fear I might just have to do this in silence. I'm very sorry. And so far, guys, this is what I've come up with. So obviously it's looking like a hot mess right now. However, that did take me like 5 minutes, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I am now ready to move on to phase 2, which is basically neatening everything up with basic shapes and or pillars. So first things first, we're gonna do the front door, okay? We might as well start with the front. This is definitely gonna be a two-parter. I'm so sorry, guys. Otherwise, my videos will just be an hour long. I know you guys would probably want that, but it's up to you guys. Do you want an hour-long video every week, or like 4 or 5 20-minute videos? Anyway, how the hell are we going to do that round pillar? We're going to use this and we're going to thin it down until we get it exactly as we want it. And then this is what I find hard with Bloxburg is, what is that texture, bruv? Oh my God, what are those bricks? I haven't seen them in a while. Oh, I don't like it, I don't like it.
12 seconds later.
And then I suddenly remembered that the concrete texture existed. So I thought we could incorporate a little bit of this. So it's, you know, less stone in your face. This is going to be a very much bear with me. Or what do you guys say? Let it cook. Let it cook, guys, okay? The front needs time to cook. So we could create this, like, on our own. However, I did have a small idea. What if we tried to use a gazebo? We're going to take a basic shape, and please say that this moves with the basic shape. Okay, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to take this basic shape and just push it in the roof ourselves. And also, it's literally not doing the one thing it needs to do, which is cover up this roof. However, y'all know I don't like to give up easily. So the next phase of my plan involving the roof is going to be grabbing this basic shape, extending it a little bit, popping that in nice and neat. And actually, if we shove these in a little bit more, look, that's a little bit more detailing, doesn't it? And guys, okay, I'm telling you, the ingredient number 2 has been added. It is now cooking a little bit more. So I then want to add some like sort of spires or something. Oh, maybe this chimney is all it needs. Now, even with that in, I still feel like there is nowhere enough detail on this roof. So I now feel obliged to maybe add like some of these. Does that look good? I'm not too sure about that one. Okay, without and with. Oh, wait, maybe I just added too many. And now is time to make ourselves a little custom window. So I'm going to be using, personally, basic shapes for my custom window. But I must admit, this feels like a breath of fresh air, my guys. Like, when I'm building normally, I'm just like, one room, on to the next. But I'm not gonna lie, it's so nice to just take a minute and do all of this detail. God, wait, this is really hard. How do I get this? Oh my God, it's not even in there. That's why I was getting so confused. And look, the best part is all copy and pastable. All jokes aside though, that looks great. Now we've got like a cylindrical sort of moment going on at the front here. And I should have just named this video, True Reese is using basic shapes for 5 hours straight. Anyway, this is my worst nightmare. This is like the worst part to me about custom building is doing structurals on basic shapes. It's so hard to do.
6 hours later.
However, I tried my best and I think it pretty much paid off, guys. Oh my gosh, this is such an inspirational video. I hope any noobs watching this are inspired to try and build like all custom and detail because I am basically a noob, okay? And if I can do it, then any of yous can. Anyway, next up, guys, I'm actually going to add in some windows, okay? Because I feel like I've left it a little bit of a while now. The windows need to be coming in. So the easy ones are going to be these. Well, actually, very easy over here. We're going to be using the thin, clear windows. So it doesn't always have to be expensive. And of course, each one of these is going to need a line along it. But why do one each when we can just do one big one? Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. How the flipping hell am I going to get this exactly symmetrical? Yeah, actually, I've just realized how many of these I have to buy. So it turns out, guys, it was easier after all just to place it in on one. And there we go. Oh my God, only $144 each. That's an absolute steal. So now I want some wall detailing. And I don't know whether to do this with structurals or basic shapes. Basic shapes seems smarter to me. I know it's a bit more expensive, but the thing is with basic shapes is they're copy and pastable. And in the detail world, guys, that is all one can ask for.
Anyway, yes, we're going to start by placing this in the wall, and then from there, we build it up, okay?
Yeah, it just needs to be very subtle details. And as you can see, it actually isn't that expensive. I know that $800 does seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme, not too crazy. As I've said, I think a few times now, less can actually be more quite a lot of the time. So can you see they've got like a really nice paneled pattern. We're going to start by just adding like a back wall like that. And so now that we've got the base in, it's now time to do the side bits, which thank heavens, look how easy those slot. And then just to finish that off, I think I'm going to add like some lines. Woo! So here is building hack with recess. How to make pipes in BLOXBURG. So what you're going to do is we're going to start off with these cylinders. We might as well have them going into the roof. Do you know what I mean? Looks kind of neat and tidy. And then you're going to want to make one of the colors black. And this isn't just going on the top of your pipe. You're also going to want to pop it on the bottom. And shall we check how long I've been filming, guys? Just my guess is maybe 45 minutes. Okay, so I've just stopped that recording. Oh my God, I almost guessed that exactly. I actually swear I didn't cheat. I think 45 minutes is not actually that bad. Well, actually, we've only done one wall, basically. So let's just see, is there any other like house detailing? I think there is actually. I think we could add another one of these above. Oh, that don't look as good as I thought. Maybe if I do that. Oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about. And we can also do some trial and error. Like, would that look good on the front one as well? I think it does. Oh my, I almost thought we were on Bloxy Acres for a second there. Imagine I accidentally built this on Bloxy Acres, guys. Oh my God. And these little, whatever this is, monument thing, could be the answer to my prayers. You know how I've been annoyed at like these roof bits? This could potentially, I don't know if it will work, potentially cover them up. And then I think because we've got the pipe on this side, we then need a little piece of decoration on this side. And I'm gonna use the vine, but I'm gonna triple it up. Otherwise, honestly, it looks like it's like balding or something. And I'm hoping that I can do this. You see that like cool roof design? I'm hoping I can do that within like a wall trim or something. Because if I don't know how I'm gonna do that with a basic shape. So let's go into wall decoration. And yeah, a lot of people actually do this. You use a lot of real items. Actually, I think I know what I could do, guys. It's not going to look exactly the same as that. Very expensive, but no more expensive than a basic shape would be. I never thought I would have so many vases on one plot, guys. And you know what we should do? We should also test the plot data value at the end. Okay, but I'm not going to lie. That does not look very good on that one. But again, it's just about trial and error, isn't it? And guys, I've just got to say, I am so shocked at this. I did not think this would turn out anywhere like this. I don't know if some people like are probably gonna laugh at me, but that's not even that good. But for me, this is actually incredible. Now, you may notice I'm adding in actual BLOXBURG items now. I feel like we've reached that point in the video where we've added most custom things that we can. And now we might as well chuck in just a few of the BLOXBURG detailings that I'd normally add anyway. Like, for example, some panels. Oh my goodness. That makes all the difference, actually. Hang on a sec. Let me just show you before I added those panels, after I added the panels. Honestly, way better. I might just remove those ones, though.
Just in the short space of this video, I've learned so much about building a little bit more detailed.
So now what? I love how I got all of these. I've literally not used any of them yet. I think it might be time for a little custom tree moment. Why is it blurry? The top's nice and crystal clear. The bottom's blurring in my nan's eyesight. And obviously with these, you've got to make sure they're like exact. Oh, wow. And y'all, y'all. This is going to end up being one of those builds I can tell that I literally never, ever want to delete. Wow. I've been stalling enough. We need to do some sort of like front porchway, don't we? So I'm gonna nab, well, surely one of these is a roof. I can't tell what anything is these days. We're gonna grab one of these and I'm gonna raise up the edges. And I do like the idea of steps. They're gonna have to be so small. But as I always say, guys, one is better than none. Oh, that is nice. That's proper nice. So rather than, I normally do a pathway, I've never really thought to just have the whole front as grass. Well, not the whole front, but maybe from like here-ish. So I'm going to add some like brown here, which is obviously going to be representing some mud. And then just separating that off, we're going to have our little concrete pathway. And then, yeah, we'll carry on like this mud around the side. And whoa, yeah! I'm a very vocal person, guys. I don't know if you could tell, but anyway, it's now time to do the front gardening. So if we look at some more of these, they've got amazing driveways. But what about if we just extended this and then maybe we had a driveway coming off the side? These are all sorts of things that have to be thinking about. Like maybe then we can have a little driveway like that where it goes down, down, down. Now this does look good, obviously apart from like the corner bits. But I think that can definitely be fixed. Oh, that looks so much better. Right, where the hell is this Victorian car? Is that what it's called? Victorian? It's like in the Halloween section. I have no idea where this is. And guys, this plot actually, little segment in the video, this plot is gonna be a throwback. My old town. This was like a year ago I built this. I feel like people probably thought I deleted it, but no, honey. Oh, I found it. I actually found it. Anyway, we're back here. It takes its sweet merry time to load in, but I should be able to find my gothic car now. Here it is. Now, where do we have it? Do we have it just like here? Oh, babes, but I don't want it blocking the gorgeous house we just spent a million years doing. Maybe like there. And this is basically the perfect color. I just want to like sweeten them up a little bit. Wow. This like Rolls Royce, that goes so well. Anyway, I feel like we've reached like a little bit of, not a standstill, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm just dilly-dallying a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is the gardening. And I'm not going to stop until I've done the front garden. So let's plop that on there. And basically, and you probably saw what I did there, but I've basically taken the tree decal, but just the top of it. And I'm going to be turning it into bushes. And we're going to have 3 different sized bushes. Okay, y'all? And these are basically going to act as a hedge because when you're super duper rich and you have a house like this, honey, don't need no fence. You're probably living in some private, like Calabama. Calabama? I don't know if I meant California or Alabama there. And so once we're sure it's facing the right way, yup, then we're gonna just place a few of these, obviously the different shapes and sizes. And oh my god, look at my money. I sort of forgot that these cost money. And oh, I don't know if that actually looks that good, to be honest with you. For the amount we've just spent on that, no thanks. I don't mind like a couple of these maybe behind the trees and stuff, but that didn't look as nearly as good as I hoped it would. So what I'm instead gonna do is maybe I will add a fence. I was talking all of that talk, guys. So I am still gonna be making it very, very fancy. So we're gonna be using the black classical fence, as black as that black car. And before you come at me saying, Reese's, that has no detail at all. Reese's.
You're basic.
I'm gonna be adding these thin pillars, if I can. And then every second fence, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a thicker one with a ball on it. Well, not a ball, but a vase. So a $5,000 fence is now going to become a $10,000 fence. So worth it. And yeah, there we go. That actually perfectly fits like the gothic aesthetic, I think, of this house. Wow. I'd almost forgotten how nice it looked. Now, I actually don't know if what I used to think was detailed is now just too basic. Like, is adding these fences, is that still a thing? Does that still look good? You guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments. And really, the final thing that I'm seeing here is just like the front garden decoration, isn't it? So yeah, I'm 100% gonna be using custom bushes, guys. I'm so sorry if you don't like them.
I'm so angry!
And then you guessed it, we're heading back over to Pinterest. I think I'm done with that picture now. I'm just gonna look up BLOXBURG bush decals. Oh, look at that yellow one. Now I have a feeling I've tried this yellow one before. It's really blurry. And you can also, if you don't have Pinterest or anything, you can just look up bush and so many will come up anyway. And now I know some of these are blurry, but BLOXBURG lately has been taking absolute ages to load decals in. So I'm pretty sure these will eventually turn like nice. But whoa! Oh my God. Obviously, I've got so many of like the same ones over here. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to change a few of them. And then basically you just go above, look for any last gaps. And there we go, guys. Wonderful. So I've now got to do that on this side. Oh my goodness gracious me. And I cannot believe this. I think we're almost done, guys. So I have just got a little like trick for you. So if you're like, I don't know, a YouTuber or just like getting good pictures of your build, but you haven't done the inside yet, rather than just leaving it all like open like that, simply add some like black lines behind the doors and windows. And as you can see, it just makes it look like a little bit more put together, kind of like maybe some blinds are just closed in there. Now, there is one more thing that I would actually like to do here, and it is using these fences. As you can see, I got myself a plethora. Yes, that's a fancy word, isn't it? A plethora, which means a lot. Oh, that's a mirror. I don't exactly know how I'm going to pop these just yet, but we can have a good look. What would it look like if I made this the corroded metal texture? Oh my God. No way, guys. I found a use for that godforsaken texture. It actually like works with these. Oh yeah, babes, that's blimmin' beautiful. If we were just to add them like along this front. Oh, amazing. Amazing is the answer. And oh, no more allowed. And with that, guys, my first really detailed house in BLOXBURG is built. But this looks phenomenal. I've never meant it more either. And I think it really is the custom plants. Like, obviously, if you look at them from this angle, it looks like a little bit stupid. But from like afar, and yes, guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this house, and I'll see you guys in part 2.